Good morning. It's Dr. Bill Williams on the Influencers Podcast. We're here today. What is it? Friday before New Year's? This is a big day because it's the last podcast of the year. 2023 is just about to be finished, and let's be smart. We want to bring in a very good interview today, Ann Smarty of Smarty Marketing, leading off. Welcome to the Influencers Podcast, Ann.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for having me.
Love your name. Love that we can have a play on words to get started, to finish up the year. It's a good thing that you're here to help me out.
It's a nice name to have for any play of words.
Yeah, I lived all my life with William Williams, and the funniest thing I get quite often is cashier at the grocery store will ask me, "Did your mother realize she was naming you that?"
Did she?
Really?
I had the same question, but I never asked you that.
Yeah. Well, I think people always are taken back by William Williams, but there's a lot of us. If you look in the phone book, you would be surprised. There's so many of us. Let's talk about Smarty Marketing and what you're doing. I know you're from upstate New York. You're having some pretty decent weather by now, I'm sure.
It's raining, surprisingly. So no, it's not the common weather for us at all. We were expecting some snow by this time.
I'm sure. White Christmas, you had to have one, but no.
Nope.
Well, more power to you. I know how it gets up in the lake effect near near Buffalo and that area of the world. So maybe you dodged that bullet. Let's talk about Smarty Marketing. And what is it, and how did you get started doing that?
So this is the agency I co-founded a few months ago, so it's pretty new. I have been in SEO industry for 20 years, never had to do SEO for clients. I mean, for my clients, I have been doing SEO audits when I with other people. Like I never had to care about leads or anything like that. So this is a new territory for me. I co-founded it because I've always been relying on myself. And now I'm trying to delegate, to have a team to support me, and to deliver something good to the clients. We are no fluff marketing agency, which means we don't use templates. We approach every client in a unique way based on their priorities, based on the problems that they are facing, based on their specific business niche, all of that. So that is our biggest selling point, because there is too much scaling in SEO, and the future of SEO is not about scaling. It's about being unique and being original and making sure Google knows that. So that's what we are doing.
So the future of SEO is being unique, being individualized, being a boutique.
Exactly. So that's what we are doing, and I think that our clients are always surprised at how much customized every strategy is. They never expect that, because there are so many businesses that have been burned by SEO, and they are facing the same products, the same services every time they come to the agency, and our approach is always unique for every client. It's not scaling. I still rely too much on myself with creating a strategy, and the future, I hope, will be that I will be relying more and more on the great team that we have.
Sure. You probably saw some failures along the way, and you set up your Smarty Marketing to kind of fix the issues. But did you have something along the way that you learned a great deal from, a failure that you had in your business, so you could recover and grow beyond?
Oh yeah, my biggest failure was my biggest project 10 years ago was penalized by Google, to the way that we didn't even come up for our brand name. And that was our biggest search query, because we were so unique that we didn't even have SEO keywords for us to come up. Our brand name was the only thing that we built that was powerful. And it was penalized because it was a guest blogging project, and Google at some point came down on guest blogging because it became too scaled, not with our product, not with our project, but we were made an example that this is something that Google is frowning upon. How I recovered, I lost 90% of my income at that point, and that was painful. We just moved to the United States, which is much more expensive than Ukraine, where I founded it. So I just changed the way I was providing and making income. I became an in-house SEO, and I started providing SEO audits and community building services, all of that. And slowly but surely I recovered, but it was painful, very painful, because we didn't deserve that, for sure. We didn't do anything wrong, and we were made an example because we managed to build a brand that could be made an example of. So that backfired on us. And I still feel it was not fair to our community, because a lot of people suffered and saw a lot of challenges after that, and I was responsible for that. But I never left SEO. I'm still there, and that's how I just continued doing what I was doing.
Well, that was a very good example of what you shouldn't do. Other people have done things that didn't work out, and you've probably seen that, being that you're an expert for 20 years in this business. What are some things people do in the SEO field that don't work?
Oh, so many things. I will start with three first. They give up too early. This is something that I've been seeing again and again. Businesses trying to go online, publishers who start digital publications, they expect fast results that are possible with SEO, and they either give up too early, or they start looking for shortcuts. And at that point, their online visibility is in risk, because Google can penalize them. So that route that many businesses are taking to try to gain faster results, usually the result is that they are penalized and they have to start from fresh, from scratch. So and there are also the third one. I will just generalize, because there are so many outdated tactics that people are trying to use in SEO that don't matter anymore. They buy links, they use keyword density, they focus on the false metrics that really don't matter that much, like domain authority. All of those are tactics because people are not well educated. So the third thing to do in SEO is try and educate yourself first, even if you're hiring an agency. To make informed decisions and to make a good choice, you need to understand what it is, how it works, how long it takes to get the results, and what are the tactics that are not good and are not effective or even risky.
That sounds like a very scary thought. These things don't work, and we've been taught they do work. And people pay good money for doing those very things, even today.
I know. And all those emails, I will buy you links, and the list of sites with the where they can buy links from. There are so many businesses that don't know that it is dangerous or that it is a waste of money. So they invest in something that is not going to help them, and then they get burned, and that's just the waste of a budget. There are so many businesses that need to be better educated at what SEO really is and how to achieve results slowly
So,
but steadily.
sounds like that might be a topic of a book, or at least a white paper that you could make some good connections to people to
I
warn
know.
you.
I know. We are going to have next year. Our project will be to have little roundtables with business owners. They are live, they're private, so that we could share knowledge and also hear from them, because there are so many challenges that online businesses are going to face with AI and AI generated content and search generative experience from Google. So everyone is very scared of what is going to come. And we are going to invest some time in educating business owners and explaining to them what it is we're looking for and how SEO is going to work from here.
Sure. One thought I have while you're talking about these issues is that it's a sad tale that one company has so much power in the marketing.
That is going to change with AI and all those solutions that can give answers to people. Finally, Google will not be the only resource that people are going to find information resources. So Google will be changing a lot to try and keep their dominance. But it will change. The way people are finding information online is going to change a lot next year and going forward. So finally, we've been dealing with Google as the only option for more than 20 years now, and it is going to change. It is scary, but it is a good change.
Well, that's a good note, a happy note. Tell us what motivates you after doing this for 20 years. Now you kind of launched into something different and new. What motivates you to keep going?
Well, the first motivation is my kids. I want them to go to colleges. I want them to be to have a good example of a mom who is a founder, is an entrepreneur, is a business owner. So my kids, possibly, if not for them, I would probably be just satisfied with what I have, and that's it. So this is the most powerful motivation for me, to keep going and to keep trying new things, because it's so easy in SEO, just be where you are. And I've built my name and I really didn't have to change anything. But looking at my kids, I want to spend more time with them. I want them to go to get educated as well as they can afford. So all of that is a huge motivation for me.
Yeah, I really do agree with that too. If I didn't have to think about my kids and grandkids, I'd probably be on a sailboat right now and not doing anything.
We do have a sailboat, so we have that route as well when they go to colleges.
But you're not on it right now.
No, yeah, I have to work. I work even from the sailboat, so I always work.
There you go. Good idea. What is the Smarty Marketing Company motto?
We are still working on that. So for now, it's no fluff marketing, because our biggest value proposition is that every client is a unique flower, and there will be no templated reports. There will be no same links that many companies are just, every client comes in, they go through their lists, we'll get you links from here, there, and there, and that's it. You're good. Everything is so scaled, and our biggest value proposition is that we are not scaling. We don't provide reports just for the fluff.
Sounds to me like those are some of your success secrets that you were just naming off. You don't have to scale. You make individualized plans.
Exactly. And it's going back to the fundamental roots of any marketing. As long as you start scaling something, it becomes not effective. So every marketing campaign should be unique, and SEO is not different from that. It is very difficult for me personally, to start streamlining that so that it's not just to me and not just my approach to every client. But with training and building the team, I'm sure we have great people to rely on.
You and I talked earlier, and you mentioned vanity metrics and AI snapshot.
Mm-hmm.
What do those two terms lead to think about?
Well, SEO is making your site findable. If you're an expert in something, Google needs to know that. And I've been shying away from that for many years as well. I don't participate in awards. I don't ask anyone to include me in any kind of lists of top SEO companies. But the truth is, this is something you need to do to be found online. And it is tough to explain to the clients that, hey, you need to show that your expertise, your experience, everything in a way that is possible. If it's participating in industry awards and being awarded with a fake award, let's face it, then it's something you need to do, because your competitors will be listed there and Google will know about them, and and any generative experience, any generative chat will also know about those competitors and not you. So you need to go out there and be listed, be awarded. You need to go to conferences. You need to show Google that you're an author or you're an expert in something. And those are the vanity metrics, even though many people shy away from them, like I was, are important for SEO. And that's the truth of it.
Well, I agree with that because I've taught marketing to dentists for many years, and I always talked about you have to have social proof, and you have to say what you are to people. And the more you say that you're the top of the best, or you've been elected to be the best, or you have this review. Review sites are huge for dentists. Vanity metrics make a difference because somebody's picking up that information, and Google picks it up.
Exactly.
And never forgets it.
There are so many businesses who even don't want to ask for customer reviews. It's like they feel it is not good experience for their business that they will start begging for those reviews. But without those, you will not be found. And that those are some marketing tactics, but also important for SEO as well.
That's good to know. So why would somebody buy from Smarty Marketing?
I keep just saying that again and again because we have combined expertise in our company is about 40 years now. We've been in the industry for so many years and we've seen it all. We've seen all the shortcuts going down, being penalized. We know what works. I personally I'm half of that expertise with my 20 years of experience in SEO. It is tough to find someone in SEO you can trust. There are so many people calling themselves SEO without really knowing, having like 6 months of experience. And then they get a client and the client does not understand what is going on and what they are investing in. In our company, we are transparent. We explain, we have all the means for the client to achieve success in SEO.
Perfect. Well, how do you find the ideal client and who is it?
We don't have one yet. I personally have experience with dealing all kinds of clients, from small businesses to huge corporations in any industry you can name. We have clients who sell sailboats, airplanes, or they are small retail clients that sell shoes, for example. So we can deal with just about any business, and the beauty of the unique approach is that it is not scaled. So every client that's come in, we look differently at them. And it is surprising. Sometimes clients come to us and say, hey, show us the template of SEO report that you are doing. And I can show you what we did for someone, but it's not going to be what we are going to deliver to you because your site is completely different and they have different challenges that we will be approaching in different ways. And that's something that you don't see much in SEO these days. So this is what our strategy is, and that was from the very first day that we founded the company.
Yeah, if you're going to go out and isolate the person you're going to bring in, what methods do you use to find the clients?
Still figuring it out because, like I said, I never had to do that in my 20 years of experience in SEO. I never had to care about getting clients. So this is the new territory for me. We are very active on LinkedIn. I'm invest a lot of time in educating the public. I have a newsletter. I'm active on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn again. We are planning to go to conferences. Hopefully, we start this spring. We're going to PopCon in Las Vegas, so that's going to be a huge a huge opportunity for us to find more clients and speak to them and educate them again. We are focusing on inbound tactics, so cold outreach or something like that we are not doing. We are relying on the current community that I have built throughout the years, and just invest a lot of time in educating businesses on what SEO is and what the future of SEO is and why they need SEO.
And I guess you'll be putting some emphasis on the AI component.
Absolutely. That's something everyone is asking these days. Like, what is going to happen to my traffic when everyone starts using those AI generative replies to any query? So that's something everyone is worried about. I don't have all the answers, just because I think no one has at this point. Even Google doesn't know where they're going with those AI snapshots. So I'm trying to be, I'm not making any assumptions, but I know for sure that Google is using their own index to generate those replies. So ranking and being in Google is still the number one step to being found by all those AI chats as well.
I noticed one thing about AI answers, they repeat themselves in the same um, paragraph or two,
Yes,
word for word.
yes, there are a lot of issues with using AI for answers. They are mostly generic. They're like mansplaining every search query that you ask them. But I think it will also going to change slowly but steadily. They are going to get better and better at understanding what the person is asking and what the ideal answer is. So it is the trend that is going to change as well. So everything is going to change.
If you were going to tell somebody you have a well-defined product or service, what would you call it or name? What would it be?
We have two well-defined products. One is SEO audit, which I personally do, and the other one is digital asset marketing. We create content that goes viral and gets picked up by reporters, journalists, and all of that. So those are the best kinds of links you can get. We never pay for the links. We create content that gets linked, and we promote it in a unique way with outreach, Reddit marketing, all kinds of ways to put it to the public that can link to it. And those are two products that we currently have. Ongoing SEO is defined by my initial audit. So we always start with the first looking at the site and understanding what it is they need. And then they can either handle it in-house or have us help. So it's, for now, those two are the best products that we sell.
Personal service, basically.
Mm-hmm.
What about your brand ambassador? Do you have people that refer to you, people that you bring on board to do this particular thing to speak in your behalf?
We just focus on quality results. We never ask our clients to refer anyone to us. If they do it, they do it because they know and see how much work we put into their site. So I think this is the only way to ensure the quality is to just take every client and do whatever you can for them. We also, like I said, we also invest a lot of time in educating clients and meeting with them and talking to them, sharing ideas or brainstorming something new for them. And this part is also a big component of them referring more clients to us.
Excellent. Well, speaking of referrals, and those are the perfect clients to have, those are referral. What are
Yeah.
you grateful for today?
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the change that we are seeing in the industry. It has been a long time that I couldn't even write. I remember last year I couldn't. Everyone is also always asking me, right, the trends in SEO that we saw in this and that year, and I'm like, nothing really has changed a lot. It is going to be the same thing again and again. So I was just repurposing the same piece I wrote one year and just changed it a little bit with like, because it has been the same for many years, and we have been relying on the same tactics and the same fundamental for so many years, and it is nice to see that it's changing. I really am glad that we will be dealing with more resources, with more sites, not just Google, and with more tactics.
You know, our company has a motto: "We're the correction to the corruption." We're trying to give people alternatives to the big houses that rule. You know, we want to become big ourselves, of course, but we want to give people a lot more of a fair share, a fair shake getting their word out. And I think that's what you're talking about too, is with the advent of AI, it's going to open the door to many more people playing the game and level the playing field.
I know when Google showed up, when Google just was building itself, it was a huge opportunity for small businesses to be found that they never had. Slowly but surely, Google is more about giving obvious options. Like if you search Google, there will always be Amazon, there will always be eBay. So that door was closing for small businesses. And I think with this diverse future, the diverse number of channels that we are going to deal with, it will be again the opportunity for small businesses to be found, because when one door is closing, there will be another opening. And the key is just to find those opportunities, to be able to distinguish them, and those businesses who will win.
Now, talking about yourself personally, you work from home a lot, and you enjoy that, being a boss yourself, in charge yourself. This new work style of being free, not to have to go into an office, appeals to a lot of people. How do you start your day and still maintain a business approach?
I start my day by sending my kids to school. This is the first, yes, this is the first thing I have to deal with. And then I always check my mail, because that's I always, you should see my inbox. I always have to first get done with that. And after that, that's a lot of meeting with clients, meeting with people like you, arranging some interviews, creating content. Each of my days is different because I have so many things on my plate.
Yeah, you're the chief cook and bottle washer, and you've learned to delegate just recently.
I'm still not there. I'm still learning.
I know the same feeling. Now, running my business for marketing company for dentists was very solo, even though I had a dental practice with 30 employees. When I went home, I became a marketing expert for dentists. So I've burned the candle on both ends for many years. What other goals do you have, and what do you plan to do from this point on with your Smarty marketing?
Well, it's not a very distant goal, but I want to find as many clients as make us comfortable. We want to hire more people and to grow the team. We do have a few contractors that are great people, and we want them to become part of the team, and we want to afford that. So just to get settled. It's tough to start. We had to deal with so many little things: start a website, form a business, figure out the taxes, all that we didn't have to deal with previously. We're still not there. Like insurance is still something we have to figure out. So to get more settled, this is the goal for 2024, and get the client base that we can be comfortable with. We're not there yet.
I always ask marketing people this question because they often know the answer, but also I'm also interested in how do marketers market themselves, not just market other people. Is paid digital media part of the game?
Not yet. We are still relying. I'm fortunate enough to have a network that we can rely on, that has been being built for 20 years. So we are still heavily investing in inbound tactics, like I said, educating, meeting, providing content, writing newsletters. So keeping that going. We plan to start investing in ads going forward, but we're not yet there yet. And frankly, I have never done that. I've always been known because I'm active in SEO community, because I write a lot about SEO, and that's probably the only way I've been using to build any of my businesses, was always relying on my personal brand.
Okay. Well, let's flip it over for your clients. Do you use paid digital media to buy traffic for them to grow?
We are, for now, just SEO, so we are focusing on organic growth. We do have some partners that we can turn to when clients have those needs. At this point, most of our clients are just managing that in-house, so they have an in-house PPC professional that can do that. PPC is easier to keep in-house because it is not as diverse and not as challenging as SEO. SEO should be a huge team to be able to be handled in-house. So that's most people try to hire someone for that.
Gotcha. So let's look at your advice, your wisdom. 20 years of doing this, you know a lot. What would you say to your 20-year-old self if you were going to start over? What advice would you give?
Invest in your own assets. It's almost embarrassing, but my personal website has been abandoned for so many years, and I don't have any passive income being built from any of my properties. So I think that focusing from day one, when I had more time and I wasn't mom at that point, so I had much more time to invest into something that could be my passive income. That what I should have been doing from day one.
I think that's a very wise thought. And I've interviewed 130 people in the influencer podcast lineup over the year. And you're the first person that said that they should have invested in getting passive income started early. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. That was brilliant. And going forward, you know, the best day to start your passive income being developed, besides yesterday?
Yes, still the plan. It is still my plan, but now I have a new agency, so
Today is the best day.
yesterday, definitely
Yesterday was
yesterday.
better, but today is next best.
Yep, just start now. I know I keep saying that to myself as well. Still not good enough to correct my mistake that I made 20 years ago.
Yeah. Perhaps we'll talk about passive income in a couple of minutes. Tell us who your living mentor is right now. Who are you following?
My good friend, my employer, the person who brought me to the United States, is Jim Boykin. I'm fortunate enough to have my mentor as my friend, and that's who comes to mind. The first thing, he has gone through a lot of challenges as well, and seeing how he handles those and how he still comes back every time, because SEO is a very challenging industry to be in, especially now when everything is changing, or when you were relying on some tactics that then went away. It's a lot of falling and coming back, and he has done a great job with that.
Excellent. On a side note, why are people such as yourself from the Ukraine so talented in computer science? I know that that's commonly known.
I think there is a lot of criticism about our education program, but I think it was really great. It was a lot of work. Seeing my kids going to school in the United States is a bit challenging for me because they don't work that much. And now it's probably better for their childhood. We were waking up with books and we were going to bed with books. And it was little sleep and a lot of homework, a lot of trying to achieve something beyond the traditional education. I worked my whole life. I think childhood was the hardest work for me because of the school, and I think that's why we have so many great professionals. We are ready to work, we know how to work, and we got a great education.
Good answer. I think you're right on. The American educational system has grown soft and not a pattern to be emulated right now around the world.
It is. I mean, I'm happy looking at how careless my kids are. When I was a kid, I was all over like, oh my God, I have a test today. I have to get ready for that. I have to prepare. I have to understand this. It was a lot of stress, and my kids live a much less stressful life because of the easy education they get. So I don't have the answer here. What is better? Because a stressless childhood or an ability to work hard. So it is. I don't have the answer. I'm not saying I'm unhappy with my kids' childhood thanks to this, but they will not learn to work as hard as we can. That's for sure.
Yeah, I will say that it changed a lot from the time I was in school in the 1950s and 60s. Graduated college in 70. So, yeah, it's changed a lot in the last 20, 30 years. What about being impactful? Why is it important for you in your community or in your career?
I don't have a good answer here. I've been relying on building my brand for so many years. It's just a matter of habit, I would say. I don't really think why I need to do this. Like I said, ever since my childhood, I've been working, 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 and working without thinking why I invest so much time in work. It's just the way I live. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's just ingrained in you that you get up and serve. You choose who you serve, and it's your clients, and it's just ingrained that you don't sit around and do nothing.
I'm miserable when I don't have work. That's for sure. I'm
Hmm.
happier when I'm busy.
That's the same way I am. I don't need to work. I don't have to work. I've retired. I have enough saved where I could live off of it, but that's not me. I'm not providing any service. I'm not doing any good. I don't want to be, I have books to read and I read them a lot. I have movies to watch and I watch them a lot, but there's a limit to what I can watch and read.
Exactly. I feel the same way that I'm not looking forward to retirement. I don't think I will be happy not being busy.
We'll just sail more.
That's an option, but even there, I have to work to be happy. So I work even on a sailboat.
Yeah, since I've retired, I've gotten my captain's license for sailing myself. I've got my real estate license. I started this podcast. So, there's always life after your first career.
Oh,
People
that
should know
sounds wonderful.
whatever you want to do, you can do. What do you want to be remembered for when it's all said and done, Anne?
I want to be remembered as an inventor of something. I'm not sure yet. I've always wanted to write a book, never had time to. So I want to invent something. I don't know yet what I want to invent, but maybe that's my second career.
An algorithm that guarantees success.
Hopefully.
I did that. I'll share with you this. See this book?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the title grabs people like, what? But really what I did was I figured out how to create the perfect day for a dentist to work. And I figured out how to replicate that day. So I taught dentists a formula for replication of the perfect day. And so
Wow.
they stay busy all the time. Everybody just wants to be busy, and whatever your perfect day is, you can just name it and claim it.
That is inspiring.
I named it the $10,000 day. It's like, that sounds like a lot of money, but well, we don't get to keep it all. That's just how much we produce. You know how that is when you have expenses.
I know. We do have expenses.
How can we support you? Tell us how to reach Smarty Marketing.
So Smarty Marketing is our main website. It's smarty.marketing. So I know we need to buy another domain like smartymarketing.com, but we're not there yet. So it's smarty.marketing. I'm also active on LinkedIn and Smarty, easy to find me. I follow just about anyone back. I love talking to people there. I'm also active on Twitter, SEO Smarty, or X. I don't like this name, but we have what we have. So SEO Smarty on Twitter or X. Find me there. I'm also very active and love talking to people there.
Very good. I'm glad people can reach you and take advantage of somebody who's got hands-on personal experience. What would you say about being on our show today, the Influencers Podcast?
That's a great experience. I love talking to you. So much wisdom. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you with your experience. And I'm a person who wants to find out the background on people, what makes them tick. And so we've enjoyed your answers on behind the scenes questions. Why Smarty marketing is important. More than that, why are you who you are? And we gained an insight on that today. So thanks for sharing with us. I'm going to give you the last word here before we come back and talk a little bit about that passive income. So speak to our audience, and I'll be back when you're done.
I know that change is scary. I know that there are a lot of business owners and founders and entrepreneurs who are lost at this point. Looking in 2024, they don't know what happens to their online visibility and how to adjust. I just want to say that change is great. We will survive if we are together. We will keep talking, sharing ideas, case studies, all of that, and hopefully we will survive and we will thrive in 2024.
That's excellent advice and comments, Ann. Thank you for sharing that. And to go forward, my job is to help people capture that freedom, help them find that retirement one day. Things that I've experienced for just a short time, but I enjoy what I'm doing. Freedom comes having all the time and all the money you need to do what you want to do. That's kind of my goal of helping people. This QR code up here goes to my digital business card, which is actually this ovu.me/onpassive. So I like to highlight two things on there for the audience. One is the Influencer Podcast, of course. At drbillwilliams.tv, the website, we have all the influencer podcasts that we've done over the last year, plus my books that I've written and information about different things that I've done in industry. And the other thing is AI technology products that are useful and helpful. And for a lot of people, they may be the answer they've been looking for to passive income. We give away a lot of products, such as the thing that built that QR code or this short URL. We give those away. This O-Trim is a very useful product that everybody can have for free. We also have a Google Analytic type of product, which is called O-Tracker. This would be very useful for you and your business with SEO. You may find it as useful or better than Google Analytics. You may find it less expensive. So I would recommend everybody to look at O-Tracker as an alternative. We want alternatives to the big G. This is one of them. What about the big Z? Do you have an alternative to video conferencing software that you might want that has better quality, better capability, and is less expensive? Well, that's what we have with OConnect. So we're putting out products that are based on AI, and they're going to do some things that other products don't do. We're looking forward to this one being the top one, because this will be our flagship, because we'll be able to have video conferencing with simultaneous translation. If I'm speaking in English, my friends in Ukraine can understand me in Ukrainian or Russian or Arabic or Urdu. Wherever they are, they can hear it in their own language. So that's one of the big ones coming up. So all in all, things are looking up for our company, and we hope we can make an impact around the world. Be an alternative to Google, be an alternative to Bing, be an alternative to Amazon. Things that are happening in our world are going to impact people, because everything that we have available can create passive income for anybody who's part of our group. So the magic of affiliate marketing. So I would just leave it there, that anybody who wants to jump in and see what we've got for free, they could take advantage of it, and they can become an affiliate with us for free. And it's been a pleasure having you on Influencers Podcast today. I hope we get to meet again, and good luck with you in all your endeavors and growing that company, Smarty Marketing.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a great pleasure.
You're welcome. See you guys next year. I'm sorry to say this is the last episode of the year. We'll see you next year on the Influencers Podcast.